Hi, I'm Don Pachalski, County Board Member from District 1 and Chairman of the Transportation Committee for DuPage County. With the winter season upon us, the county is working very hard to maintain safe and passable roadways. In the following interview, Department of Transportation staff will describe what drivers can do to help keep the roads safe for everyone. Some of these things you'll hear about include how the Department of Transportation treats highways, winter driving tips for both during and after snowstorms, driving near or around snow plows, as well as additional resources available to you. After you watch the following interview, see if there are any questions which you can discuss with your family, especially with younger drivers. On behalf of our County Board Chairman, Dan Cronin, and the County Board, thank you for watching and drive safe.
Hi, I'm David Gervino with the DuPage County Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management. I'm here today with John Kaka, who is the Manager of Highway Operations for the DuPage County Division of Transportation. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Dave. I'm glad to be here.
We wanted to talk to you today about some of the different things that the Division of Transportation does in terms of winter weather. Now, obviously everyone sees you guys out snow plowing, but I know that even in advance of the snow, there's a lot of coordination and pre-treating the roadways and that type of thing that happens. Talk to us a little bit about what DOT does in advance of a snow event.
We perform anti-icing on our county highway system. That includes putting down anti-icing liquid on hills, bridges, and curves. Those are our main areas that we attend to first. And then as needed, we'll go hit the main lines and the turn lanes on larger roads.
And when you say anti-icing liquid, what type of anti-icing liquid do you use?
We use a formulation of beet juice right now, and we treat our salt stockpile with that. We also have another product that has a corn-soy based. It's low sodium. We use that on other areas and also as an anti-icing agent.
Interesting, beet juice. So that sounds like it's something that would be environmentally friendly?
You know, it is. We've had good luck with it. We've experimented with it several years. We have used it on campus here. We've tried new products on campus quite often to have safe travel around our concrete and brick runways here. On the road, we've had some pretty good success with it. It was a chemical that helped us attain our goals of lowering our stormwater outputs. And
then in terms of pre-treating roadways, how far in advance do you normally do that?
One of the benefits of this product is we have ability to put it down several days in advance of a storm. Once we put it down, it provides, it kind of almost glues down. It stays underneath in its form, and its dried form, and as moisture, precipitation occur, it allows us to have, it stops the interface from bonding. The ice and snow do not bond to the pavement, which allows us to clean it off a little easier.
Now, in terms of plowing, I know that we've taken some video and seen some pictures of several different types of plows. Can you explain to us the different types of plows that exist and why they're used?
We have two types of plows that we use in our system right now. One's called a swing plow. It allows the driver to change the direction that the snow goes. It also allows them to put more of an angle on when things are a little heavier. It's a little less, slides off a little easier. We have a high-speed plow. It's low on one end, high on the others. And we are transitioning from the high-speed plows to more swing plows because of the amount of traffic that we have and the type of roads that we have built the last several years.
Speaking of the amount of traffic that we have in DuPage County, how does DuPage County compare to other counties here in Illinois?
DuPage County has about 1,000 miles of road. Our counties, our neighbors, have between 500 and 700 miles of road. We're a little more compact, at about 18 miles square. It benefits us. Traffic helps the products go into solution a little bit quicker, but it also hurts us because we have to always fight rush hour.
Mm-hmm. And then I would guess Cook County probably has a little more roadway.
Yeah, they're probably, I think they're all just under 2,000 miles of road.
Okay, all right. And then sometimes I see plows traveling by themselves. Other times I think you call it in tandem, where they're kind of staggered.
Yeah, we have windows of opportunity. We're able to do our jobs more efficiently. Usually we like to do that before morning rush hour or after morning rush hour. It depends on the amount of snow that we have and how we group the guys together and how we attack a snowstorm.
And can you talk a little bit from a strategic standpoint as to how you coordinate things from Snow Command and with supervisors and then the different routes?
Sure. We rely on our weather service to give us weather warnings. We work with OEM. Your department has a very good handle on weather, always anticipating. When we get a weather warning, our supervisors will go out, regardless of what time it is, and they will perform a road check. And it's usually 1 or 2 hours before the anticipated weather event. At that point in time, they will either wait to call the staff in, or they will start calling them in as weather conditions change. So it's really a boots on the ground, out in the field. They understand when they need to get the staff activated.
Okay, all right. And then you normally work on two different shifts?
We have two 12-hour shifts. Again, they're guys, it's usually 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and they may overlap a little bit, but that's all to make sure that the county's safe.
And how often, are you typically just operating on a 24-hour basis for a couple of days, or?
Well, this past week, last couple of days, almost 30 hours of overtime, all at the wrong time, late at night, early morning, and we're back and forth.
Also, what do you do with, I know with the February 2011 blizzard, something that was happening is there was so much snow, it just kept getting plowed and was piled up. You have to remove that, or how do you?
Yeah, during the blizzard, we were able to keep our county highway system open, which would be the center lanes. We kind of reached a capacity of what our plows could push off the road. So we did as much as we could with our large trucks, and then we transitioned over to recovery, where we were working with loaders and snow blowers to get the intersections cleared up. We had some roads that had drifted shut. We have another type of plow, a V plow. We've only used it intermittently. This is one of the times we were able to use it.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Of course, we were, Office of Emergency Management was telling folks to not travel during the blizzard because just the limited visibility with blowing snow, regardless of the condition of the roads, that made it dangerous to travel with the blowing snow. But the fact that you were able to keep all roads open and passable so that emergency vehicles, for example, could get through that was pretty impressive.
Thank you. There's a priority for the hospitals in DuPage County. We made sure that all those roads were open. We even plowed some roads that weren't ours to make sure that they were able to get to hospitals.
Wow, very impressive. Now, I think I heard something to the effect of when you plow a roadway, you don't actually start on the side, you start in the center. Can you talk about that?
You start in the center. Every road has a crown to it. So regardless of where the lane lines go, we will drive on the crown first because everything is going to roll to the gutters. You want all your liquid to start on the high side, and it will work its way underneath the snow and not allow it to bond.
And then in terms of gutters getting clogged and things like that, how do you address that?
Well, as we drive down the road and we clean from the center out, that's why you see our guys, you think that they're driving erratically, they're in and out of turn lanes, everything moves to the right. As we get to that final pass, we can angle our plows and clean the curb and open the drains up. The last thing we want is water to pond on the road where it can track and cause refreeze.
Yeah, so you mentioned in terms of the way that plow drivers are driving in terms of sometimes swerving into turn lanes or making U-turns. Can you explain a little bit about why that's necessary?
Well, you don't want to leave snow in the center of the road where if we don't plow it off, as it starts melting, it will go across the road because all roads have a crown to it. That will refreeze, which causes accidents. So you have to clean from the center out, and it includes turn lanes, and sometimes we have two double wide turn lanes. We still have to go in those lanes and push everything to the right.
So what would be your advice to residents who are traveling near a snowplow?
I always say that snowplows don't stop, start, or turn very easily. You give them as much room as they need, travel behind them, and you'll have safe passage.
And in terms of collisions with snowplows, I know that happens not too often, but from time to time. What's the major cause of that?
It's usually people that can't stop. They accelerate too quickly through intersections. They don't look both ways. And then, unfortunately, they usually hit the biggest thing, which is a snowplow truck.
Okay, so driving too fast for conditions falling too close to that type of thing.
Right. You give them a break, let them pass and do their job, and you will have a clear roadway for you to drive on.
And then in terms of driving in winter weather in general, what are some things that you tell your plow drivers that would also be helpful for residents to know in terms of how to drive differently on snowy or possibly icy roads than you would generally?
Well, again, once there's ice on the road, cars don't stop, start, or turn. And that goes the same for our plow drivers. We travel slowly for a reason. And again, you have to give them all the room they need. They have to make turns at intersections, which we have to clean intersections. And sometimes going straight doesn't always work. Sometimes we have to move off to the side. So if you're in an intersection, you see a snowplow coming, give them a break, wait. You don't have to go when the light turns green, but give them a break because they may be doing something that you're not recognizing.
Now, we talked earlier about how you guys pre-treat the roadways. As you're plowing, is that at the same time that you're putting salt down, or is that separate?
Well, there's sensible salting, and that's what we do. We get a little bit of salt down, which has a little beet juice coating on it before a storm. Once that goes into solution, our road is treated. That will not allow the ice to bond to the road. During the storm, when the accumulations are coming down, we're not putting down product because we're just going to plow it off. So we wait till the snow slows down. When we start scraping again, we can reapply product again to help melt the snow and help with the bonding.
And can you talk a little bit about some of the environmentally friendly initiatives you have in progress with the Conservation Foundation?
Yeah, we've been working with them the last several years, and we talked about chloride reductions at our streams. We're a big organization, and if we could lessen the amount of salt used while providing safe travel, we would work on that. So the last several years, we had an opportunity to try some new products. I have a presentation what's old is new. Back in years past, calcium chloride was a great product that you would apply to the back of the truck, would help melt the snow. Well, we just changed products. We were kind of revisiting what they used to do in the past, but we use a different product, and that is a carbohydrate-based product that gives the salt a little bit extra jolt. It lowers the detected temperature and it doesn't allow ice to form.
Okay.
So that's the main benefit of the chemical, along with the salt brine, that allows us to have clean roads.
And also, it's less harmful to our vehicles?
Yes, it is. It's less corrosive than tap water, and that's one of the reasons that we use it. Our infrastructure, it's been a little hard on, it's very hard on vehicles, bridges, and our infrastructure, everything under the. We have an anti-corrosive agent that's added to the beet juice that helps reduce the corrosiveness of the salt.
Oh, okay, great. Now, when it's not snowing and your folks are not out plowing, what types of work are they doing there at DOT?
Well, we have a hard freeze-thaw cycle in northern Illinois, so a lot of times we have pothole problems and seam problems on our roads. So our men are out there putting in a UPM patch in the seams, making sure the potholes don't get any larger. It's also a great opportunity for us to trim trees on our parade path. We have a large path system, and what we cannot do in the summertime and the springtime, we do in the wintertime. So there's a lot of tree trimming going on there. I always joke that you would think at some point in time we would stop trimming trees and we would get to them all, but they keep growing. So.
And then also, it seems to be much more technical and scientifically based than I would have thought in terms of plowing roadways and that type of thing. What type of training is available for your team to go through?
Well, through the Conservation Foundation, we've been addressing the use of chlorides and when to use salt and sensible salting. Our drivers that we have have a minimum of 40 hours of driving on their route with somebody before we allow them to drive alone. Most drivers are CDL experienced. That helps us a lot. They know what to do with a large vehicle. But nothing will really prepare you for a tough winter night with a large snowplow. So we put a lot of time in with our drivers. We constantly talk to them about techniques. Our supervisors observe and offer assistance, and even in some occasions do ride-alongs with them.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you being here. This, again, is John Kaka, Manager of Highway Operations with the DuPage County Division of Transportation. My name is David Gervino with the DuPage County Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management. And for more information about preparedness for winter weather, driving tips, that type of thing, please visit us online at protectdupage.org.